Polynomial operations. This video focuses on all of the vocabulary that you will need to know and understand for this topic. If we look at the topic scale, this video will help you achieve the first bullet underneath level 2 that says students will recognize or recall specific vocabulary such as monomial, binomial, trinomial, coefficient, constant, term, expand, degree, standard form, and leading coefficient. What is a polynomial? A polynomial is any mathematical expression. So for example, 4x squared plus 8 is a polynomial. 8x to the power 3 minus 4x to the 4th plus 16 minus 3x is also a polynomial, any mathematical expression. Polynomials are classified by how many terms they have. A term is any piece or part of an expression. So for example, if we look at the expression, or look at the polynomial, 4x to the power 5 plus 9x minus 3. This expression has 3 terms to it because there are 3 distinct pieces to this polynomial. Similarly, if I look at the expression 3x minus 2, this polynomial would have 2 terms because there are 2 distinct pieces in that expression. There are 3 types of special polynomials. A monomial is an expression with only one term. So for example, this would look like 4x. There's only one piece to that expression. A binomial is an expression with 2 terms. So for example, 8x to the power 9 plus 4x to the power 3 would be an example of a binomial. A trinomial is an expression with 3 terms. So for example, 3x squared plus 4x minus 2 would be an example of a trinomial. Now it's really important that you remember, although monomial, binomial, and trinomial are all special kinds of polynomials, they are still polynomials. So if an expression only has one term, I could call it a monomial or a polynomial. It is both. All polynomials should be written in what is called standard form. Standard form is ordering the terms from the biggest exponent to the smallest. So an example of something that is written in standard form would be 8x to the 4th plus 7x to the 3rd minus 2x plus 4. The reason why this is in standard form is if you look at the exponents, the biggest exponent is first, and the exponents get smaller as you go until there is no variable at all. Now, an example of something that is not in standard form would be 7x plus 8x to the 9th minus 2 plus 4x to the 3rd minus 6x to the 5th. Now, the reason this is not in standard form is because if you look at the exponents, they do not go in order. The biggest exponent is not in the front. So if I wanted to take this example and rewrite it so that it was in standard form, I would simply have to put the biggest exponent in front and then count down smallest to smallest. So the 8x to the 9th would go in the front because that's my biggest exponent. The next one would be the negative 6x to the power 5. The next one would be plus 4x to the power 3. The next would be the 7x. And finally, at the end, I would put the term that did not have a variable at all. Now, this expression would be in standard form because the exponents do go from biggest to smallest. There are 6 words that we use to describe the different parts of a polynomial. The first 3 you should already know from previous topics. Please make sure you pause the video and write these 3 definitions down. The next 3 words are brand new words connected to this new unit. A degree is the largest exponent in an expression. So if I have the expression 9x to the 4th plus 12x to the 8th minus 4, I'm looking for the largest exponent, which in this case would be 8, and that would be my degree. The leading coefficient is the coefficient of the term with the largest exponent. So if I use the same example from above, 9x to the power 4 plus 12x to the power 8 minus 4, my leading coefficient would be the coefficient on the term with the largest exponent. So here is my largest exponent. I want the coefficient of that term, which would be the 12. So in this case, my leading coefficient would be the 12. And a constant term is any term without a variable. So again, if I use this same example, 9x to the power 4 plus 12x to the power 8 minus 4, my constant is going to be the term that does not have a variable at all. So in this case, that would be the negative 4.